I'm really sorry for getting so late. It happens, and whatever happens, one has to accept. That's how the divine works. Everything has some reasons. Now, Dev has been able to explain to you what centers we have within ourselves. And he has told you what is the mechanism within ourselves. It is all built within us during the different periods of our evolution. Every center is built like that. Now, all this is built like a pathway. By left and right, you create the central path of your ascent. And when this pure energy of your desire ascends, is awakened, then it pierces through the last center, what we call as Sahasrara, meaning the 1,000-petaled center, which is the brain, we can say, or part of the brain, which covers the limbic area. The spirit is the reflection of God Almighty, and it resides in our heart. When the Kundalini touches the Sahasrara, the seat of the spirit, which is reflected in the heart, gets enlightened. That doesn't mean the spirit gets enlightened, but the attention is like a sari, which is pushed in like this. When it touches, it pierces through, and the spirit in the heart, which has the seat here, starts entering into our central nervous system. So the first feeling you get is a cool breeze on top of your head. That's the first feeling. Second feeling you get is all-pervading power, because now you have entered into the subtle area of your awareness. Human awareness is gross first, but when you touch the spirit, you become thoughtlessly aware, but there is no thought. The grossness goes away because thoughts disappear. And you become subtle. This subtleness gives you certain powers. The first power that you get is that your awareness becomes collectively conscious. That you can feel another person on your fingertips. That means you become absolutely aware. Like I went today to Mexico. And I could feel the whole country. I knew about it before, but my attention was not so deeply there. I could feel the whole country has a very bad left side problem. And the left side problem is affecting even this area. And the left side problem, you can feel it very clearly, that your left side becomes heavy and you feel the heat in all your centers. So you start feeling the atmosphere the country, the people, an individual, and yourself. So you know the problem of a particular place. I mean, you may not feel that much in the beginning. You may just feel yourself to begin with. Then you start feeling others. So thus the awareness grows more and more. In the central nervous system you start feeling the problems of other people, your own problems. But it is not that you feel them as something which is painful or troublesome, but you feel them as little heat or sometimes little pain, very little, as if you are recording it like a barometer. And when that happens, you want to get rid of it, as if they are your own problem. And if you know how to get rid of it, you can do it. That's what I was doing. And that's how I'm late. Something on the collective. If you are working on something, you want to finish the job, and then you want to attend to another. Don't want to leave something half done. For human beings, it is difficult in the beginning, because from human awareness you are rising to superhumanness, or you can call it to super awareness, into a subtler awareness. So first the awareness is gross, and then your awareness becomes subtler. But with that, you do not feel in any way uncomfortable or upset, because you become extremely powerful, such power of compassion that you don't feel anything, no pain, no problems. The illusions disappear completely. There's no more illusion in the mind. Like people say that when you face something, you are filled with greed or lust. But when your eyes become pure, there is no greed or lust. But what happens? That you start feeling the oneness with another thing, whatever it is, in a way that it is joy-giving. Like you see someone, an attractive person, there is no sensation of baser feelings for that person. But the sensation just disappears, and you start feeling the joy of the creation of that person or the thing. Like in Mexico, people have made so many things with hand. If you watch them, you might think how much it will cost, what will be the price, who has made it. But if there is no thought, then you see something which looks very joyous, because you can feel the vibrations. And you know somebody has made it who might have been a realized soul, who might have been a very great devotee of God, might have been a person who must have thought that this is your creation, O God. Such a person might have made with that feeling which is to be gratified, and you feel that we should take it. The matter has only one capacity, that it gives joy in giving to others, so that you can express your happiness into it. So you become very subtly aware of the matter, that you start understanding the matter, what it means and what is the use of a particular thing. In the same way, when you meet people new people, absolutely never known. You know what are their needs, what problems they have, on a wider scale, on a collective scale, and also you know one simple thing, that there are people in Mexico who are seeking God, who are to be helped, who are to be given something that they want. They may not be so much aware of it, but we become aware of them. And a kind of a rapport of a very subtle type is established. And you get attracted towards other people, not through any lust or greed or any purpose, but in oneness with the joy that they have within themselves. The joy of the Spirit. You look at them and you feel this person is such a wonderful person. How do you know? You start feeling the cool vibrations in your hand from that person. And you just enjoy that person for that person's sake, not for anything, whether poor, rich, good looking, bad looking, doesn't matter. You approach the spirit of another person because you have become the Spirit. People talk of big things, of organizing peace missions, this mission, that mission, to create a better relationship. All relationships which are at a gross level create problems, because there is some sort of a lurking selfishness behind it. But once it becomes a spiritual relationship, you just enjoy the other person without getting into any discussion about what is your gain, what is you are going to achieve through going nearer to that personality. Thus you become the receiver of the joy, like a lake which is rippleless, which is absolutely quiet and looks like a mirror. It reflects all that is created round it completely and emits complete joy of the creation. In the same way, the heart, which is filled with the light of the Spirit, reflects the complete joy of the creation of another person. Whatever it has in a subtle way, you enjoy it. Then the time